What's that phobia that makes people afraid of holes?
Don't know. I don't fucking know. I was gonna say thalassophobia,
No, that's when
but
you
that's
go into
fear of man-made structures.
I thought thalassophobia was like fear of like deep water.
Also, might be that.
I'm pretty sure it's that.
No, that would be like aquaphobia or
No,
some
it's
shit.
literally called thalassophobia.
Why? That's a dumb fucking name. No, that's
No,
man-made
I've
structures.
I've looked this up on Google. I've looked this up on YouTube where it's like thalassophobia, like scary video of like using AI to create like if someone falls into water and like a shark comes out of nowhere from like the deep dark ocean.
What are you looking at on the internet, dog?
It popped up in my recommended.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it was creepy. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That shit don't sound fun at all.
I'm pretty sure I have thalassophobia. I think
Really?
most people have thalassophobia. I think it's really just like fear of the ocean.
I don't think that's what it is.
Pretty sure it is.
What's the one that's fear of man-made structures?
I didn't know there was a fear of man-made structures.
It's like a fear of like really massive things created by humans.
Why is it? Why
Like
is it?
giant buildings, like really big boats and shit.
Why is it specifically human-made structures?
I don't have it. I couldn't tell
Who
you.
has this fear?
People, I don't know.
Why are you such a
I could have sworn that was thalassophobia.
No, I don't think it is.
Man, I don't know.
Still didn't answer my
The
my
whole one. Yeah,
my
I don't
question
know
about the
what
holes.
it's. Tryptophobia.
Tryptophobia. Yeah, it's like where it's like there's like a bunch of tiny different holes that you can still like distinguish on like let's say like I don't know whatever surface, and that like really trips people out, makes them very very like uncomfortable with that. I almost want to have like a seizure.
It's hilarious because all of those people have tiny holes over their entire body.
But they don't pay attention to those holes.
Yeah, I know.
But if they were to
funny
put
think
like
about a microscope,
like a microscope, or even just like a magnifying glass to see like the pores of skin.
oh bro, they'd be terrified.
Dude, or there's like clawing your face.
Yeah. Oh god, that's freaky. What do you think is like the worst fear to have? Like which fear would you least want to have?
Well, first of all, I didn't even know about the man-made structure one, but I feel like that's just like impractical as fuck.
I mean, yes and no.
Sorry,
There's not
pardon my
really that.
language.
There's not really that many like giant man-made structures. Because I think that's like fear of like the pyramids, cruise ships that are the size of a small city.
Okay, so it has to be like enormous.
Yeah, no, that's like the whole thing.
Like
It's
gargantuan.
like fear of big fucking of really big man-made structures.
Okay, interesting. I guess like that. Like it's impractical, but like I guess if you just live in like a small town, then
Yeah,
it's
like
fine.
it's deal withable,
Imagine if you have like the skill and want to be an architect, but you have the fear of man-made
Dude,
structures.
that'd be brutal.
That's insane.
You're like, I have the skill to create a building taller than the Burj Khalifa. However, I am afraid of that.
Or it's like they make the plans and then like, okay, like it's approved. We have the budget. It's good to go. Like we're gonna be on site next week, and you're like, yeah, actually, I'm gonna have to be there virtually.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't actually be on site. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm scared. Like you're scared of the building that you designed. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's really unfortunate.
that would suck.
But worst fear?
Like I feel like it's got to be like agoraphobia.
What's agora? I don't know these phobias. Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia is like people who are like
Afraid of gore.
no agora, like a society.
What the?
Like these are people who are like cannot leave their houses. Like, have you watched Shameless?
I've seen a bit of it.
You know,
Depressing.
I don't know the fucking character's name. I can't remember.
Is it a main character?
Sort of. She's like this mom that Frank ends up like living with for a while.
Oh, yes.
The one who like
yes.
doesn't leave her house. Everything has to be super clean.
Yes. She
But-
is like a main character.
Yeah. Later on, I guess.
Yeah, not so much in like the beginning episodes, but later on, yeah, definitely.
But
yeah.
that's agoraphobia. Like where like
Huh.
you try to leave your house and it's like it's too much. Like you can't handle being out of your safe space. Like people who have it have to like train to like go to the grocery store, where it's like, okay, I know it's 2,000 steps to get to the grocery store and back.
It's on this aisle, what I need.
Exactly. And
Limit
it's
eye
like
contact.
Yeah.
Pay cash only.
Yeah.
Keep the change. Dip.
Yeah, it's like you're building a bomb. They just go in there, pay cash only. You got to know exactly what you're picking up. You got to grab the pressure cooker from Lowe's, but get the beans and nails at the other stores. Beans? No beans.
But that has an extra 10 minutes of driving, which is just too much to handle.
Yeah, but it's better to keep it at separate
The
stores.
meter's going too high in my internal.
Can you imagine someone with agoraphobia
UI.
trying to like commit some like terrorist act.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it sounds like you would have the brain that's perfect for that kind of planning.
I guess that's true.
Or it's like, you know, like this amount of time for this, you know, this much effort for this, going to this specific spot / place / place at this time.
Yeah.
And it's like, that sounds like a bank heist movie. Sounds like a action operation kind of thing.
Let's get writing.
Well, we don't have this phobia.
No, but we could write a movie about someone who does.
True.
Let's get going on
Storyboarding
this.
starting right after this podcast.
Yeah, right after this, we're busting out the sketchbook and we're drawing it all.
I can't draw though.
Neither can I, but it's gonna look really cool.
I think probably art class is my worst class ever. And while growing up, I feel like I've almost failed art class.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you fail art class?
Because I was really bad at art.
You can't be bad at art.
I drew a sketch of Kobe Bryant that made me look like I have a twisted view of black people.
Okay. First of all, that's insane. Second of all, describe your sketch of Kobe Bryant in terms of that statue of Dwayne Wade that recently got unveiled.
Oh, I mean, that statue's fucking horrible. Oh my god, I keep on cussing. That statue's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay,
bad.
like
It's
I don't know.
really bad.
I don't know who they're getting to make these statues, but like, it's just something that just happens when they're going on the details of the face. I'm like, but that's just not him.
Bro, even D Wade was like, that ain't me. That's not me.
That's funny because then right after, I think he put out a statement being like, nah, it's good.
Well, what he said was like, that ain't me, but it doesn't matter if it looks like me. It's a statue representing like the idea of me or whatever. You know?
Nah, but I still want to look like me though.
I would want my statue honoring me to look like me.
Like obviously people can go on the internet and just look up, you know, like Dwayne Wade, and they
know what he looks
very
like.
easily know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like let's say like 80 years down the line, dude is dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like kids didn't grow up watching with you. They don't know who you look like. They don't know, like all they
see
know
that
is the statue. And obviously, like he's one of the best players of all time. So they're gonna play a bunch of clips and everything of him. People are gonna hear his name.
Yeah.
But like when people are just walking down the street and they see the statue and they look at it like, oh, that's who that great player looked like. It's like, no, not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Where are the painted nails?
That's true. I always forget about D Wade with the painted nails.
Yeah, I know.
One of the first.
I know. The Heat changed him.
I mean, Miami changed him.
Yeah, Miami. Yeah.
Have you seen the Miami head coach for the Dolphins in the NFL?
No.
He's like this white dude. I'll put pictures of it in the podcast. But there's like an evolution of him. I think he's been head coach for 3 years now.
Yeah.
And between year 1, 2, and 3, his evolution is hysterical. Like he went from
in the league.
He's coaching. Yeah.
Oh yes.
He's head coach for Miami.
In the
NFL.
In the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, I have
NFL
no
head
idea.
coach.
I have no idea. The Dolphins. Yeah,
But
idea.
the first picture, like his first year there, he looks like, really put together. He's got his little glasses, like his hair is neat, like polo shirt or whatever.
Professional.
Year 2, he's kind of like chilling, like he looks like a lot more laid back.
Baggy pants.
Year 3, he's got like permed hair, like hot, like blonde highlights. He's got these big ass like
Red
Coke dealer sunglasses.
Okay.
Like beard, gold chains. Like
Dude.
he turned into cocaine kingpin.
Miami changes people.
It's hysterical, and you can see it year after year. It's crazy. I think his name is Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniels.
Yeah.
Became Mike McDaniels.
Nah, he became Mike McKingpin. He looks like a dude who would he looks like a guy who would just rock like a fur coat in the summer.
That I never understand those people. I've seen that all the time. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I would turn that fur like, I don't even know what sweat does to fur, but it ain't gonna look good.
No, it's gonna look like a brick by the time I take that thing off.
I mean, you especially.
All right.
You know how much you sweat in the summer?
Yes, I know how much I sweat.
You're like a tidal wave.
Okay, not a tidal wave.
Yeah.
I have a condition.
Nah, I have a condition.
I have a condition.
Makes you look like a dew point water ball.
Yeah, it's a problem. It sucks, bro. I hate it. Sweating that much is the worst.
You do look like a water bottle that's like hit the dew point and it's just like water
just dripping.
Water
imagine when I shaved my head.
Bottle.
When I shaved my head, it was so much worse because there was no hair to catch sweat.
I didn't think about that.
So it was just dripping. It was brutal. The summer was horrendous.
Yeah, no, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm kind of worried about. That's also a reason why I thought about like shaving my armpits. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I kind of sweat a lot. And I feel like if there's no hair.
You can trim your armpits.
I've trimmed my armpits, yeah. But like if there's no hair, there's not a lot of things to catch the sweats.
Yeah. That's why like I hate not wearing a shirt. Because if I get hot and I start sweating, you know when you feel the sweat like drip down your side?
Horrible feeling. I hate it so much. It
actually makes me homicidal. That feeling is horrific.
It's just so unsettling.
I know. It's like, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to know that my body's doing this. Just let the shirt catch it and move on with my day.
Well, exactly. Because I feel like when it does, especially if I'm in the middle of a conversation with someone and that happens.
It takes me out immediately.
I feel like a disgusting human being.
Yeah. Like I'm talking to someone and I'm like, I'm gross.
I also feel like they know.
Yeah. It's always like this like internal fear of like, oh God, they know.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, I'm sure they can see like the slight bit of like the darker tint under my armpits.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just very unsettling and I don't like it. That happened to me all during school for some reason.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I mean, I've gone to school like all my life and I don't even think it has to do with nerves, but for some reason I just always sweat. Especially in winter when it's just hotter indoors, sweat so much.
Well, it's because you're sat when you're in school, like at home and shit, like we sit like this, you sit more comfortably. Whereas in school, you're usually sitting like this, which is like your body is touching your body.
That's true.
Creating more like heat.
I think that's probably it. You know, not me somehow being subconsciously really nervous all the time in school and class.
So. I mean, you've been in school long enough to kind of be chill with it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's nerve-wracking. It's like, oh, I'm gonna answer this question though, and then everyone's eyes are on me. You know,
you do that a lot.
Yeah. Well, no, not a lot. It depends on the class.
Yeah, I guess if you know, you'll answer.
If you don't, you know.
Yeah. If you know, you know. Let me tell you.
You know, I was having this random thought earlier today though, where I'm like, okay, so Europe, right? Because like we were watching. So I had sent Leandre this like real clip of this one dude explaining how in America he wants to make sure that whites don't become the minority, something like that.
Yeah.
And then he started talking about Europeans. I'm like, Europeans, and I'm like, who would you bet on if you were to put like a one-man representative?
We're talking about betting?
We're talking about betting.
Oh, baby.
From each European country in a ring, all-out survival match. Which country are you betting on?
Match?
One man from each country.
I'm betting on
in Europe. On England.
Absolutely.
I wasn't expecting that.
Well, where are we calling the end of Europe?
I'm talking west to east, baby.
Okay. Here's the thing.
France to Russia.
I would go Kazakhstan.
Wait,
no, not Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan's not in Europe.
What's the place I'm thinking of with that like every UFC fighter comes from? Not Kazakhstan.
Is it?
It's part of Russia. Dagestan. Dagestan.
Never even heard
I'm
of
voting
that.
Dagestan 10 times out of 10.
There's so many stands. I've never heard of this stand in my life.
I think it's like a part of Russia, but I'm really bad with geographic shit, so I have no clue.
See, yeah, my mind went automatically to one of the Balkan states. One of the Balkan states.
Yeah.
I said one of the Russian states. That's not true.
Yeah.
One of the Balkan states.
One of the former USSR.
One of the former USSR states.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, there's only one region in the world where these people train bears and make alcohol from potatoes.
Yeah, no, I gotta go Russia. Or the only reason I said Britain was because that one dude who's like in jail, been in there for like 40 years or whatever, and he's like the most violent man in the UK.
Most violent man in the UK.
Yeah, his name's like Charles Braxton, something like that.
Charles Winchester.
Maybe. Yeah, I have no clue.
I'm just throwing random English names out there. I don't know.
No, I don't know, but he's got this like huge sick ass handlebar mustache, and he's got these like little like round glasses.
Oh wow.
Like sunnies, and he looks scary, but he's like the most violent man in England.
What has he done?
Well, he was like locked up for a bunch of assaults and like maybe murders too.
Oh.
But then since being locked up, he's like, "Fuck it, dude, I'm here for life," and he's just like killing people.
Very spicy.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
He's killing people in prison.
Yeah, he's just like getting into fights just for fun.
And it's, because he's like, I'm not getting out, so I might as well just like cause as much chaos as possible.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's actually true. I feel like
England would send out that guy.
Well, aren't they just gonna put him in solitary?
I think he is now in solitary. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but I feel like
At
a
a
lot of
certain
people.
point, you gotta stop him from killing people.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop him from unaliving people. Unaliving.
Politically correct.
That's my politically correct ass. Yeah, unaliving.
No, that's actually terrifying.
When I do that, I'm hearing like a mix of Glorilla, Cardi B, and like Megan Thee Stallion in my head.
What, you think they'd like make the term unaliving popular? And
No,
like,
no, not unaliving, but that dance
unaliving
makes me feel like I'm like listening to like Megan Thee
Yeah,
Stallion.
make him unalive with my
Or like
coochie.
City Girls.
Yeah,
There it is. Yep.
yeah, like that.
Like, I'm a city girl. No? I feel like that's a city girl dance, 100%.
Why the tongue action?
That's what they do, man. Yeah, you ain't been working. You didn't work in the clubs like I did.
No, I didn't.
I've seen it, bro. The tongue is scary.
What, did you see like tongues out from like the music booth? Just like
I'm
in
standing
the
in
crowd?
the booth and I just look out across the crowd and I just see it. And I get scared. You just get scared. It's like, what's that Pokemon with the big ass tongue?
Oh, it's literally called like
Freakazoid or some shit?
no, like licky tongue or something like that.
What?
I think so, yeah.
Yo, some of these Pokemon names are so unimaginative. It's
Or like
crazy.
licky tongue, or I forget what it's called. I know exactly which one you're talking about. It literally has like the most ginormous tongue ever. And I think one of its attacks literally like uses its tongue, it like becomes like a weapon. I don't know how. It's been so long since I've seen this specific Pokemon.
I just don't know who was naming these things.
Pretty sure
They're
it's
like,
licky tongue.
Yo, what do we gotta name? What are we gonna name this?
Sorry, I tried to catch a fruit fly.
Jackie fucking Chan over here.
I didn't catch it though.
Bruce Lee sitting on this couch here.
I wish, man.
That'd be so sick.
I mean, I'm not saying that I wish I'm Asian, but
You wish you were Bruce Lee though.
yeah,
Specifically.
specifically,
If you were any Asian man, it would
it'd
be
be
Bruce Lee.
Lee.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it's most people's choice.
it's true. You also just didn't wait. So, are we sticking to the Russian answer?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going
also
Dagestan specifically.
I'm just going one of the Balkan countries.
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of Eastern Europe is where my bets are.
Yeah. No, I would definitely go Dagestan 100% of the time. Because Dagestan is Khabib. All the guys in the UFC whose names end with Chav or Chev or Edov
Or
are
like
all from Dagestan.
But like, let's say like Germany's like let's say, you know,
Germany ain't winning shit, bro.
Let me finish, okay? Let's say like Germany, you know, turns back time a little bit. It goes back to a more fascist route, okay? And then they start doing eugenics.
Careful there, buddy.
And then they start doing a little bit more eugenics again, okay?
Right.
So they're experimenting and they try to create the perfect blonde Aryan human being.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they put that guy in the ring, and then he has like crazy, like, I don't know, like biological superiority weapons in his
I just
body
think there's
and
no German man, perfect or not, who can beat any Russian dude.
Wow, that sounds like a direct challenge to Germany. It's all on you guys.
Yeah, honestly, when I think of Germany, I see weakness.
That's a crazy statement.
That's my first thought. I think Germany, I think weak fools.
Why do you think that?
They lost 2 wars.
True.
Sucks
True.
to suck, bro.
I mean, that's definitely, yeah, that was the outcome.
That was the outcome. They lost 2 wars. Lock in.
I mean, I don't know.
You're going to start a war and lose twice?
There is some logic to
I
that.
guess they didn't start World War One, I guess, but
No, I think just Europe started World War One.
yeah, it was a group effort. Also.
Yeah, it was definitely a group effort.
They started that shit the second time.
Definitely.
I mean, it was a movement that swept across Europe as a whole and the world, but
Obviously,
Germany was leading that shit.
There's a lot more sophistication to these historical events than like Leandre likes to put in. But
What do you mean?
Leandre's just like, yo, fucking you lost, you white flag bitches.
I'm not saying white flag bitches necessarily. I'm just saying, how are you going to start a war and lose that war that you started?
That happens a lot.
Tough. Be better.
I don't think Canada can really talk. You know, I don't think what
I'm
wars
speaking as America right now.
Oh, you are the embodiment of America.
Yeah. I'm speaking as an American at the moment. I'm relinquishing Canada for the moment.
America's going through some really interesting times.
I don't even want to. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
What? Just yes?
I was just gonna say like, yeah, it sucks, but like, I don't even want to get political. I mean, you sent a reel.
Yeah, that real.
About like people doing interviews post the recent election. where Trump won. He is the new president, 47th president.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of the United States. Shout out that, I guess. But you sent like an interview with this Latino family where they're chatting and they're like, like they're doing an interview with this family saying like, what are your thoughts now that Trump is president and all this? And it's like the dad voted for Kamala, the mom and son voted for Trump.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, well, like I voted for Kamala because I didn't really agree with a lot of Trump's thoughts.
Oh, the dad voted for Kamala? I didn't even catch that. Oh,
yeah. The dad voted for Kamala.
Interesting.
And but he was like, I'm still happy that Trump came in because at least, the economy is going to be stronger and all this stuff.
Yes, yes.
And then it cuts to like later on in the interview, the mom's talking. And okay, some backstory. The mom and dad were both illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Who got their citizenship through Reagan's amnesty program.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even need all these details. I just think it's funny that illegal immigrants are voting for someone who wants to kick out illegal immigrants.
Well, exactly. It's hilarious. And in the interview, the mom, previous illegal immigrant who got citizenship through amnesty, was like, oh, well, like I can't believe they're letting all these people in now. The people that are coming in now, these illegal immigrants, they're murderers, they're criminals. I was like, you were an illegal immigrant. What do you mean?
I just think like, you don't even have to be political for this like discussion. I think it's so funny that like someone who was an illegal immigrant is talking about who has now been like naturalized, is talking about being like a law-abiding citizen, and all the people who are like how she was before. Yeah. Are criminals and shouldn't be here. Exactly. And like all these terrible things.
Man, money changes people.
Yeah, money changes people. Dude, citizenship changes people.
I'm telling you, bro. She got her citizenship.
Bro, the
turned around and was like,
is crazy.
Yo, they're bringing in murderers. They're bringing thieves. They're drug dealers.
No, it's actually so hilarious. Like the actual like superiority complex of immigrant groups is so interesting.
It's wild. It's actually
just like,
nuts.
It's just like the concept of like, but like I'm the better immigrant. But like usually that's like the case where it's like, oh, but like I went through the system and worked hard, so like I'm the better immigrant. But it's like, no, you literally just came over illegally. Yeah. Naturalized yourself, like good for you.
Yeah, good.
And then now you think you're better.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious.
But it's like, homie, pretty sure dude said that like in one of their projects that they want to get rid of naturalized illegal immigrants. Yep. But hey,
you know what? Moving past the politics, it's just funny.
It's hilarious, bro.
It's just funny. That's
I think
all
it's so funny. Yeah. It'll be so funny. It's like, oh, we did it. Like, we're gonna help our families. We know we're gonna do better, and this is for our future generations of our family. Fucking fast forward 3 months later. Yeah. No, don't kick me out, please. No.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
Or it's like the sound effect of the like classic jail cells going ding ding. Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah.
But I'm a citizen. It's like, well, not anymore, honey.
Not anymore, lady.
Not anymore, lady.
Get back to where you came from.
Get back to Mexico.
Yeah. Mexico. Is that their new way of saying Mexico? Just among like cool races?
Just starting a trend for all the races.
Send them back to Mexico.
Like, I don't even respect you enough to say your full country's name.
You know what? Mexico kind of does sound hard.
Mexico kind of. Does that sound better?
I don't know if it sounds better,
but it does sound good.
Mexico just sounds sick, like that, because that's like a cool company name.
Well, that just sounds like a subsidiary of like Exxon.
See, now it sucks.
Yeah,
it was really cool right up until you said that.
But I think that's why it sounds like a company name, because Exxon exists, or the X.
Shout out Exxon and like all the oil companies for being the worst.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know if I want to shout out oil companies, but
no, absolutely not. No, they're horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just like general knowledge, though.
No, there's some things you don't know.
What do I not know?
In South America, how they kind of just run countries.
Oh, I know
until they're done with that, and then they just dump their toxic waste all over, ruin the environment, and then leave.
It sounds like the craziest game of Monopoly ever.
It's worse than that's fucked up.
What? What?
It's literally like they're regularly creating natural disasters.
Yeah.
That are not natural, but they're creating environmental disasters that are worse than the BP oil spill. Like consistently creating this, and no one knows about it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I like how we got on like such like a serious tone on the podcast.
Yeah, hey,
This is what happens when we bring up politics.
Here's the thing: is I actually watched.
Everyone just gets so serious. Just take a joke, libtards.
You're right. I'm sorry. You sound like my uncle.
Does your uncle say libtard
Regularly,
like unironically,
all the time? He is like a massive like gun guy, Trump supporter.
You have to give it to the right. They are better with names.
Absolutely, Sleepy Joe, Crazy
Joe.
Kamala.
True.
They got bangers.
Yeah. Apparently, fake black Kamala.
Yep, fake black Kamala.
I mean, that's not an actual one, but that's just what they've been saying.
Yeah. Oh, and now all of a sudden she's a black woman.
All of a sudden, like, has nothing to do with her like ancestry or anything like that.
Nah, just randomly she was like, actually, I'm black, so shout out me.
Yeah, sounds like she's pulling the card.
Yeah, she is. Definitely.
Why can't we pull the card?
We can.
Oh yeah, we can.
It's just looked down upon by society. Society. But I mean, we can pull the card at any moment.
True.
You know?
Here's my colonizer card.
Your colonizer card?
Yeah.
I feel like you're the kind of guy who would like have a printed N-word pass in your wallet.
What the hell?
Just in case you needed it.
Why?
I don't know. I think it'd be something you would have.
I feel like I more just keep that in my head than like print it out.
No, like one of your homies would like give it to you and be like, hey man, when you need it, it's there. And then you would like keep it in your wallet just in case you ever needed it.
Well, yeah, because that's like a gift. Do you just throw away gifts?
If it's the N-word pass, I might not keep it in my wallet.
Bro, signed and everything. I feel like
signed.
I feel like
this shit is official, bro. I gotta keep it on me.
I feel like I don't know. It would just be more disrespectful to throw it out because they thought of me, gave the pass to me to keep to use.
I have to agree with you.
Or even if, like let's say like I don't ever use it, but it's more for like the memorabilia, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, I take back my statement. I apologize.
But there is true like people like on like subconsciously using their cards.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'll tell you. What? I am going to tell you.
Yeah, no, I know you will.
Because like we were talking about this earlier. And when I say cards, I don't even mean like race cards. I mean more just like cards or like feelings of entitlement.
Oh, okay.
And I say this in context of, so we were talking about how in the past, for those of you who don't know, we are big Star Wars people. And in the past, when like some of the later movies in the 2000s came out, a lot of older fans of the original movies were not happy with them. So they had sent death threats to members of the cast, as well as the children actors, the child actors. Yeah, I guess it's more accurate.
Yeah.
The child actors of the movie.
Yeah.
And one of them being 10 years old, and he was one of the main cast of the movie.
He was 10. He looked so much younger than 10.
He was 10. He was like 9 or 10 or something like that. Yeah. And they sent this kid death threats of like, you ruined my childhood. Yeah. I hope you fucking die.
I just love picturing like adults
unalive your corpse.
Yeah, because when did the first prequel come out? Oh
no, 99.
So email wasn't really a big thing.
No, they hand wrote these letters.
Written letters. They paid to mail out to this child.
Yeah, fucking signed it, got the stamps.
Yeah.
Freaking got the little ink thing to like put over the envelope, stamp of approval.
You say, like,
like the old fashioned, like, yeah, like the wax, the wax stamp. You're like,
the seal.
It just says with hate.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, yeah, it's just like, dear young Anakin, please commit suicide. With hate. Jonathan.
No, but they hate him. They're not going to refer to the kid as Anakin, like in the movie. They're going to refer to him just like.
I just don't know the kid's name.
Little bitch Junior or
Little
whatever,
Jr.
whatever the hell they're saying.
LBJ.
But like, imagine having so much hate in your heart for a child that you write it, handwritten, buy the stamps, buy everything, mail it out. For this kid to read. Which
honestly, the first letter this kid got must have been such a roller coaster of emotions, because he's like, yo, I'm in a Star Wars movie. It's gigantic,
like one of the biggest franchises of all time.
Yeah,
it's international.
In the new Star Wars movie, this is like the biggest moment of my entire life.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look back on this moment when I'm 40 with the utmost pride.
Exactly.
Gets a letter. He's like, my first fan mail. Opens it. He's like, mom, come read this. opens up the letter together. You know, they have a cute little letter opener. They like slide it, open it up. She's like, all right, I'll read it to you.
Yes.
My God. My God. Honey, close your eyes. John. She calls for the dad. He comes in. She gives him the letter.
Oh, damn.
He opens it up. He just starts weeping.
Why are the parents weeping?
Because people are sending death threats to their kid.
I guess that does happen.
Yeah.
The weeping, not really the death threat part.
Well, I mean, it does because it did
But then,
happen.
like, what's up with people just sending death threats to, like, movie stars in general?
I think it's just people with no, like, actually, like, not even saying no life as, like, a joke, but, like, actually no life. No friends, no family, nothing at all going on.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be so completely detached from anything to be doing that.
Well, like, look, like, it's completely normal and honestly encouraged to have a strong passion for something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you and me have such a strong like passion and love for like Star Wars in particular, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But like I haven't been a big fan of a lot of the newer stuff.
No.
But I'm not gonna be like, yeah, see that girl right there, she ruined this for me.
Yeah.
I'll never love this again. So I'm gonna send her death threats that I hope she fucking dies.
Yeah, well, it's also like we understand that it's not the actors.
Yeah. Also, I feel like this is just like so normalized that we have that this information is available. But they also like know to send the mail. They have to know the person's address.
Yeah.
So like they know where you live.
Exactly. It's freaky.
That's scary.
It's really freaky.
It's about to get freaky.
It's about to get freaky. You think? I'm not even gonna say.
Oh, what?
No.
Now you have to now.
I was about to just ask, like, who in the Star Wars, like, cast, like, over the years, do you think has been to a Diddy party?
Oh, wow. What a question.
Yeah.
It's a very niche specific question.
I know. I don't know why that just popped into my head. I was like,
I think
damn,
because you're
like,
obsessed with Diddy.
in my mind, I was just trying to picture, like, Ewan McGregor and, like, Hayden Christensen hanging out at a Diddy party, but I can't see it.
Maybe, like, Natalie Portman.
You know what? Maybe.
Only because she's been in the spotlight for so long.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I'm just thinking of like who's a big enough like star to have been at these parties. You know, obviously they're all like super famous, but like Mark Hamill's not going to be at one of these parties.
No, he was
also too old.
He was already a lot older.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like Natalie Portman, maybe Samuel L. Jackson, just because he's cool as hell. I would want him at my party.
I mean, all the cool people go to the Diddy party.
Well, but I'm saying like if I'm throwing a party and I have the option of inviting Samuel L. Jackson, I'm inviting Sam Jackson.
That's fair.
You know,
that's fair. That would be sick.
That'd be dope. I would just want to hang out. I just want to be friends with Samuel L. Jackson. Yo, hit me up.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Yo, can you imagine? Like we stop recording. Somehow he knows. He's like, hello. Whoa!
Yeah,
he calls us. He just has our phone number. That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
I wouldn't be mad.
Not gonna happen.
What if we get fan mail? What if we get a death threat from Samuel L. Jackson, written by hand?
I was gonna say, why would you get one from Samuel L. Jackson? I was just thinking like a death threat from like someone who like listens to the podcast.
Send us death threats. That'd be cool.
Yeah, like what would be like the like first reaction? I feel like Loki. I'd be kind of like excited,
I'd be gassed, bro. I'd be like, yo, people care about me enough
to
like
want
wish
to murder
death on
me?
That's sick.
That's so dope. But then I feel like if you get enough, you can almost make like a game out of it. You're like, yo, top 10 most creative.
Honestly, yeah. But I feel like then people would just send in death threats trying to be like clever and not mean.
Oh, I'm not saying like make it a thing of like an actual game.
Oh,
I meant like personally between us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or we're like, I don't know, this guy's getting kind of specific. You know, he wants to like peel off my skin.
He's like, I'm going to show up at your address. At this address, writes out our home address.
At this address, I see where you. I know you change in front of the window naked all the time.
Do you?
I mean, I have like the blinds open and I'm naked and it faces the street. But like,
you have the blinds open when you're naked?
I don't care.
That's crazy.
No one's just like staring into my. Well, I hope not.
You know, you can get arrested for that.
My thing faces the street.
Yeah, you can still get arrested for that.
Well, I haven't gotten arrested.
I'm gonna call the cops on you.
Why are you gonna call the cops on me?
I don't know. It'd be funny. You get arrested for changing in your own home.
In my own home?
No, I always close the blind before changing.
Why?
I don't know. Well, also because I have like
You're facing the back alley.
but I also have like windows from our building that are higher up that have a direct line of sight into my apartment.
I don't know, man. If they want to look, they can look. I don't care.
I don't want nobody looking. I save that for God.
Have
big man upstairs. You know what I'm saying?
big man upstairs does always look at you while you're naked.
Always. Come on.
Makes
That's what
sense.
keeps me Christian, is knowing that God's watching.
I see.
I like to think of him going, yeah, that's real nice. That's real nice. You don't like to picture God like that? Like a little freak?
God just up in heaven, like it's like just like plotting on you. It's
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
man, look at them back hairs.
Yeah, I was
dog.
watching a Family Guy episode yesterday.
Okay.
Weird tie-in, but it was about like God.
Okay.
But it made me think. You remember? Did you watch Family Guy like back in the day when it was like starting up?
Not when it was starting up, no, because that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like 17 years ago, maybe.
No, Family Guy was older than that.
No.
What? Wait, why are you watching Family Guy when you're like 5 years old?
I don't know. It's funny.
What?
Well, also,
What?
like, if I was super young, if I didn't understand the jokes, then whatever.
But it only came on like late at night. Were you staying up till like 11 p.m.?
No, I don't know. I remember watching it when I was pretty young, though.
What are you talking?
Maybe like 8 or 9.
Didn't your
maybe.
parents not like let you watch SpongeBob and shit?
Yeah,
But you watched Family Guy.
with them.
What?
Yeah.
So
I
your
don't know.
mom said no SpongeBob, but
Okay,
you can
no.
watch Family
No,
Guy.
SpongeBob was when I was like really young.
Like how young?
I don't know, like between 5 and 8.
Okay, but that's the same age as you would
No,
have been
maybe,
when.
maybe I was watching Family Guy at like 9 or 10. I don't know the specific dates. Okay, I'll say 10. I'll say 10 years old.
Okay.
But I do remember, because I remember at one specific house, which I would have been 10 at, watching Family Guy with my parents a lot.
And you watch this God episode.
No, but that was like the God episode was yesterday. But it just made me think now about you. So have you seen the old Family Guy episodes though?
Some of them.
Okay, so you know how it used to be like kind of like story driven, but like there were a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
Have you watched recent Family Guy episodes?
Not really. No.
It's just jokes.
Just jokes.
Like the rate of like cutaways and bits and gags is insane, because it's literally just constant.
Oh, it's just like a
jokes.
speed run.
Yeah,
It's like a speed run of jokes.
22-minute episode, and it's got it. I'm saying at least like 8 to 10 jokes a minute.
That's a lot. That's
It's
too much.
nuts, bro. Like it's kind of wild to watch.
I don't know what's with this formula people try to do. I feel like it's so similar to like what the Marvel movies were like just like plagued by for so long.
Well, because they put out Guardians of the Galaxy, and people were like, "Hey, this is cool. I like it because it's also funny."
It's funny.
And then they were like, "We're gonna do that and nothing else."
But it's like
CG.
But it's
funny,
like
man?
it was funny, but like they also weren't doing it all the time.
Well, exactly.
Because like I remember a long time ago, I rewatched Age of Ultron, the second Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Dude, the first 10 minutes of that movie,
Brutal.
I was just like, I haven't seen this in a long time. I'll watch it. The amount of jokes I was hearing back to back, just in the beginning scene, like while like so much action is happening, I'm like, this is making me just like very much dislike what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is so forced and like just like I'm like, you're not giving me any time to process any jokes.
Yeah.
Or
It
appreciate
sucks.
anything.
It kind of kills me that like that whole like series, I'll say, like the MCU, I guess.
Yeah.
Just peaked at Endgame, and it's kind of been since then.
Do you feel like almost that like flow of humor is in a way almost a little bit like ahead of its time? Because what I mean by that is with just how like people's attention,
like TikTok brain.
Yeah, the TikTok brain, people's attention spans being like very short.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, like let's say like for me and you, it's like, oh, okay, this is just way too many at the same time. I can't like process anything or like appreciate anything. But for other people, it's like it almost needs to be that just like quick fire, like spitfire jokes constantly to constantly keep your attention.
I mean, yes and no, because I feel like for me, like, yeah, if I'm scrolling on Reels or if I'm scrolling on TikTok, it's because I want that quick dopamine. Like, if it's not immediately catching my attention, I swipe to the next thing.
Okay.
You know? But if I'm sitting down to watch a movie, I don't want that. If I'm sitting down for like a 2-hour movie, I want it to be a story told over 2 hours that I have to like pay attention to and lock in. You know, I don't want the TikTok movie. That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
I feel like we're gonna be such like irritable old people when we're older.
Bro, we're already irritable young people.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But like people are gonna talk. I mean, I talk fast, okay? But somehow people are gonna talk even more fast and quick.
Yeah.
And we're like my brain just can't wrap around it. I'm gonna be like, slow down. You're talking way too fast.
Slow down there, Sonny. Take a breather. Bring it down. Simmer down there.
Simmer down there, pal. Okay.
Yeah. I agree though.
You're just
100%.
spitfiring at me right now. Okay. But like literally, I'm gonna be like, yo, like slow the fuck down.
Yeah, take it down.
What the hell are we like?
It's too goddamn much.
Oh, I already feel like such an old person.
Me too. I've caught myself saying kids these days way too much.
Sigma skibbity toilet.
Or like back in my day. You know what? We had Vine. I'm coming out in defense of Gen Alpha right now.
Okay.
Because I know in a previous episode we talked shit about this whole thing. The whole like skibbity, Rizzler, all that shit.
Oh, you're saying that we were just as bad?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
In what way?
We were just walking around quoting Vines.
Oh, yeah.
We were walking around quoting
Damn,
Vines.
Daniel. Back at it again with the white Vines.
Exactly. We were just doing that the whole time. Yeah. Like, my parents had no clue what I was talking about with my friends.
True, but like also, just think of the combination of words skibbity toilet.
Yeah. It's no different than like us watching Gmod videos at the age of 12. You remember those like YouTube videos where people would like make weird Gmod animations with like the TF2 characters and shit?
Okay, yeah, that was really cursed.
It was cursed as shit. It was weird as hell. Made no sense, but it was loud.
Give me like another like thing that like, let's say like phrase that we used to say from my Vine all the time. That's like equally as weird and random.
I mean, Adam. I used to quote that all the time.
I don't even remember that.
Or like, what the fuck is up, Kyle?
Oh, that's so much better though.
Yeah, no, it is, but it's still just a random reference to
also
a
just
thing.
like so like basic.
Yeah, or road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. But like, I would just be quoting shit. Like, there was no jokes being made. It was just, hey, remember that thing? Yeah, ha ha ha. You know?
It actually pisses me off how much like the internet has programmed our brains just like repeat phrases and information.
It's kind of wild.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just think about it. Like, people obviously will always regurgitate things that they say and how they learn behavior. Let's say like before the 1920s, before the radio, all you had was papers.
Yeah.
And also word of mouth.
You think people were like getting gassed about some opinion column in the recent newspaper, and they like talk to their homies at school and they're like, yo, I don't know if you saw, but like George Kittle actually wrote this article last night where he's saying that he thinks war is kind of not good.
Oh my God.
I fucking said that shit, dude.
You're like, yo, George Wallace really went in the column and said, I don't like the railway companies.
Yo, no way. He said, he made a joke about a telegram and he said, no, I don't want to get your telegrams.
No. And he put it in a telegram.
No way.
No way, dude.
Oh my God, bro. That's so meta.
Oh my God.
I'm just picturing this shit in like.
I just gotta take up my top hat right now, man. This is too crazy.
That's exactly what was in my head too. Like, takes the monocle down. He's like, oh, that's hilarious, sonny boy.
Laughs in the rich 1800. Right?
I just love picturing like old times. People just look so dumb to me. And I know they're not, like, people aren't dumber than. They just knew less.
Bro, I saw this one clip of this one dude. Another dude on the internet complaining about how like women aren't the same as like they used to be. And he was saying like, like, I just feel like the like ideal like woman, like, you know, women had values and like appreciate like marriage and family and like, he didn't say culture, but I'm going to say like in culture, it was like, I feel like back in like, let's say like the 1800s.
What?
And someone reacted to this and they're like, well, I mean, homie, I feel like if your ideal woman was, you know, like minimum like 175 years ago, like I feel like that's more of a question of you than the woman. I don't know about that, man. Yeah, I think
so, man.
That's
like, if your ideal woman was the one that you can just come home and beat the shit out of and she has no choice but to take it, I think that's a reflection on you, big dog.
Okay, but think about pros and cons. Yes, she gets the shit beaten out of her. Yes, there aren't really, like equality in the relationship, but she's churning some fire butter, dude.
I'm just gonna ignore everything you just said.
What? Think about it.
In your interest, I'm gonna ignore it.
Okay, look, voting rights, equality, equal pay, equal rounds in society versus good churned butter.
I do want to try.
Butter is $10 now.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. That's true.
What's really the biggest problem facing society?
Butter. Butter is the problem. But also, like, if we lived on a farm, we wouldn't worry about butter being $10. We would just make butter.
So the answer to all our problems is live on a farm.
Yeah.
But then you have the money to get the materials to build the farm. Nah.
Kill the guy who lives on the farm. Take it.
But then what if you get arrested? Just don't do it.
Be better. Find someone who owns a farm.
I'm liking the simplicity of these arguments.
Yeah, man. Find someone who owns a farm who looks kind of like you. Steal his identity. You have a farm now.
What if he has like a really, really stupid name?
You could live as Cornelius Wallbottom. I was just trying to think of a dumb name.
I'm sorry, Cornelius Wallbottom. If you're
Cornelius
listening.
Wallbottom, I really do apologize. You got a dumb fucking name.
Damn.
You got to take that up with your parents. Sorry.
Is there really actually like a dumb name though? Think of like a dumb name.
Cornelius Wallbottom.
Cornelius Wallbottom.
Yeah.
Or that one, there's this kid in Atlanta who has like the most racist name.
Dude, we can't even say it.
We can't even say it. The whole thing is just like racial slurs.
It's racial slur first name, N-word middle name, and his last name was just Jones.
Is it actually?
I think it was. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
It was hysterical.
But like how would it sound to you if like it didn't have its historical context?
Sick as fuck.
Okay.
Well, because like it just like rolls off the tongue. Not saying that.
Hey, yo.
No.
It does roll off the tongue.
The word. Fuck. I can't say the word.
God no, you can't say it.
But the J racial slur.
Yes.
That starts with a J. It's in like JID songs and stuff.
I don't remember the JID song, but yeah.
It's in a Kendrick song too. He says it a couple times.
True.
Regardless, that word just sounds sick.
There's so many things that like if they just weren't really racist and messed up with a lot of historical context to it would sound dope.
Like cracker.
Like, sure. I feel like honestly, cracker just sounds lame.
I mean, it does because it is, but like it's a good word.
Also, are we allowed to say that on the podcast?
Cracker? We are white.
I know we are, but still algorithm.
I mean, I could be eating a cracker. I can't say I'm eating a cracker. What do I have to say? A biscuit? I'm eating a biscuit now, darling. Would you pass me my social biscuit?
What my mind went to was that one clip of that one announcer talking about Westbrook.
Oh my
Russell Westbrook in the NBA, where he does some like crazy like layup or dunk.
I watched it. It's not even that crazy of a play.
Well, apparently
he just does a fadeaway three.
The announcer thought it was crazy enough to be like, he's out of his cotton picking mind.
Yeah, like you just see Russ like,
and it's like
dribbling up to he's like the 3-point line. He's just all the way over here, like a perfect side shot,
Okay.
And he just kind of like step forward, jump back three, or like fadeaway three.
Okay.
And then goes in, net. Obviously, it's Russ.
Yeah.
And then the announcer just goes, he must be out of his cotton picking mind.
But then, like, that's crazy. But then I'm like, okay, well, if he's gonna say something like that, he has to put energy into it.
He doesn't even sound that excited.
And he doesn't even sound that excited.
Nope.
I'm like, bro, if you're gonna say something as racially controversial as cotton picking mind, you better put some goddamn energy into that.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna get fired over saying something, say it strong, at least.
Like, I want the tone and cadence in your voice to sound iconic.
Yeah, like say that shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, obviously, is what you said okay? No.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna say it, it better sound fucking sick.
Actually, you know what? Another funny like football name. There's a guy in high school right now, or he might be just getting to college football, who's like a really good player and all this shit. White guy named Noah, first name. Last name, Knigga.
Knigga. Oh, wow.
Pronounced exactly how you think it is.
Do they pronounce the K?
No.
That's what
It's
I figured.
pronounced like no.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
K-N-O-W.
That's what I figured.
White guy with that name.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. It's his real legal name.
I like want to learn the etymology of why these words and such names are the reason they are.
Insane, bro.
Could you imagine like some plantation owner back in the days like, honestly, I know I call y'all this all the time, but I kind of like
my
it.
son after you.
Wait, is that his first name or his last name?
Last name.
It's like, I'm changing my family name to y'all.
Yeah, it's wild.
Or how I call y'all. It's more accurate.
Yeah, I guess. But
no,
it's
true.
No, you're correct. Undeniable.
Undeniable. Yes. But yeah, that's crazy.
Cursed ass. What are announcers going to be calling
And his
him?
first name's Noah.
And we have Noah K running down the field. Noah K.
I also think it's so like funny and ironic how like in a lot of these instances like the person, whether it's their first name, middle name, last name, one of the names is fucking biblical.
Noah, yeah. Jones.
So funny. Is Jones biblical?
Maybe. It sounds like it.
Well, Jonah or
oh yeah, Jonah. You're right.
Yeah.
There's
another one. Jeremiah. Judas. Jeremiah. Isn't that biblical?
It is. Cain, Abel.
Yeah, but who names their kid Cain? Oh, Cain's kind of a sick name though.
Cain would be kind of gas.
Yeah, Abel. Yeah, I've heard Abel many times.
Yeah, me too. Isaiah. I think Isaac. Yeah.
Isaac's definitely a big one.
I'm not gonna name James. I think.
Really?
The King James Bible.
Oh yeah, like later on.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like OG, like like Old Testament type shit.
I ain't read Old, New, or Middle Testament. I don't know.
Me neither. All I've read is
the Book of Revelation.
No, what's the like the most famous Bible story?
Adam and Eve.
Not Adam and Eve.
Judas killing Jesus,
no,
or like kissing the Roman or whatever the fuck it is. I don't
No.
know. No, Judas kisses Jesus on the cheek to tell the Romans which one is Jesus. That's what the story is.
No, it's not that one either. Why am I blanking on this so hard?
Noah and the whale. No, Noah and the flood.
Yeah, the whale.
David and Goliath.
You think
David is another one.
You think Noah's Ark is just another like iteration of Moby's dick?
Moby's dick?
You said whale.
Moby Dick.
Oh.
It's not a story about some dude named Moby and his fat fucking schmeat.
Well, obviously not.
Moby's dick?
I don't know. Maybe he named his ship Dick.
This is a wild conversation.
His ship.